These are the Spec Miata highlights from our NASA Southeast race at Carolina Motorsports Park on Saturday, November 7th in 2020. I qualified 9th while setting my personal best lap time. I did a 152 flat around here. I'd never gone any faster around CMP. So here we are heading down into turn number 1. You can see it's all kinds of mayhem. Cars are all over the place. In fact, there's Keith. You can see him off in the dirt off to the right-hand side. We're nose to tail, side by side, sliding through the corners. Coming down to turn 4. We're now going to enter turn 5, and you can actually hear the tires squealing. Our race tires don't normally ever make that kind of noise, but with this new pavement now, we've got that sound. Now we're nose to tail, and just like in NASCAR or professional sports car racing, we're actually drafting down these long straightaways. The air coming off the car in front of me is actually pulling me closer so I can get right up on Mike's behind right there. Now through the kink, wide open, foot to the floor, completely flat, do not lift. That's about 105 miles an hour there. Now, coming into the braking zone, if you're going to make something happen, this is a great place to do it at turn 11. Hard on the brakes, tucked to the inside. And I make it past Mike, but he's got a little more momentum, so he's going to be able to sneak to my inside. And we go side by side through turns 12 and 13. Now, turn 14 coming up here is the slowest corner on the track. It's a second gear turn. We got to go from 4th down to 3rd, down to 2nd. Mike slides in, and whoa, look at that. Wind up on those gators on the outside. They shake the car around, and I unfortunately lost another position right there. Now, later in the race, watch how slippery the car is. It's bouncing all over the place, sliding through. It's tight in some corners, loose in others. Whoa, big correction here in turn 12. Now that's Paul in the red car in front of me. He's got good motor. He can usually pull me on the straightaways, but up underneath the corners, look at this. I get a big run on him, actually bump draft him right there. Trying to catch a draft off of his air. Let's look to the inside. Can I make a move here at turn 8? No, not quite enough. That's half the fun of Spec Miata racing, is whether you're at the front of the pack, you're at the back of the pack, or you're in the middle like we are right here, there's always somebody to race with. Now, if you look in my rearview mirror, you're going to see Annika in that multicolored car. She's coming up, and I'm watching Paul, seeing if I can make a move here. Maybe I can get a run on him coming down to 14, but at the same time, I've got to watch my mirrors and make sure I protect from behind. Onto the front stretch. Wide open throttle. That signal right there says, Annika, give me a push. Bump draft me. Give me a little bump right there. I wave her off, say thank you very much. Come down into turn 1 and start closing the gap. Now, later in the race, unfortunately, Annika got by me on this time, but here we go, sliding through turn 14. Again, up the front stretch. Watch the silver car in my mirror. I'm going to give him the signal as well and say, come on, let's go. Nice little bump right there. Thank you very much. We're going to close the gap. Now, watch down into turn number 1. Watch the black car, locks up his brakes. Camden goes off, and Paul goes off as well. He's sliding through the corner, and would you believe that is where my camera stopped recording? It was a crushing thing because the last couple laps were awesome. Annika and I actually fought back and forth. Coming to the white flag, she actually did a brilliant move on me and got me to the inside going into turn number 1. I fought back. She slipped a little bit through the carousel. I couldn't quite get a run on her at turn 8, but going down to turn 11, that left-hand hairpin, I made a pass under braking, had it stick, and finished 7th place. Pretty exciting stuff.